I remember that when I first met Billy about this movie, I told him that was one of my great goals with this movie, is to kind of make the ultimate anti-Christmas movie like the first one, but sneakily make a Christmas movie where people kind of have a heartwarming feeling by the end of like, wow, I just really love how he and Thurman get along. It's like this true meaning of Christmas, but we're going to be sneaky underneath the raunchiest possible humor. I compared him to Gene Hackman when I was working with him, where he's kind of incapable of telling a lie with his acting. He just has no false beats. You look through the dailies and every take is a completely authentic take. Some are, bigger than others, some are funnier than others, some are, whatever, but never ever is he going to be phony, and you're never going to say, I don't buy that. And that's the thing about Willie Soak too, is it's just like, yeah, he is who he is, and people can't help but admire that, and kind of, because everyone feels like in some ways in their own lives, they kind of themselves and others, and with Willie Soak, there's no. When I came on, I said, like, I read this whole script picturing Kathy Bates. And it's, oh yeah, we're talking with these other people. It's like, no, you understand. I want to get Kathy Bates, and it was one of the rare times in my career where the one and only choice that I wanted to make the movie with immediately wanted to make the movie. And it ended up being, kind of amazing, because like her interaction with Billy was just electric. The other female lead is Diane Hastings, played by Christina Hendricks, and she was, such a good sport, because she basically had to have kind of like sex in all these grungy places with Willie Soak, but we kind of made that into her fetish, was like the dirtier it is with the dirtiest possible guy made it that much more exciting for her. But she completely went for it, and those scenes are hilarious because of her, and she's, she brought another interesting flavor to the movie. Is very different than Sue in the first movie. Very different kind of character, who's kind of like, we tapped into that humor of her being the overtly goody two shoes woman who runs a charity, but is secretly much more raunchy than Sue ever was. When we called and said, oh, by the way, we need you to gain 50 pounds, get your hair cut, curled into perm, and dyed blonde again, which he readily embraced, and he kind of like really pulled a De Niro for the part. He did this amazing physical transformation from the moment we first called him to the moment we had him on set. And when he walked on set, everyone gasped, because he really had become Thurman Merman once again, and he really just, besides the snot on his nose and the wedgie, he essentially looked identical to his 13-year-old self, only expanded like the Michelin Man. There's a certain kind of level of raunch to everyone's conversations that is just part of being funny. Like, you kind of go blue sometimes, and that's just kind of like part of our national humor, and the fact that like it's kind of expanded to what everybody thinks is okay to talk about. But like R-rated movies are essentially just the way people actually talk, the way adults actually get along with each other. And sometimes we get really dirty when we talk to each other, but we do it because it can be really funny.
Okay, Star Wars fans, for Return of the Jedi, did you know that Harrison Ford suggested that Han Solo sacrifice his life to save his friends? But George Lucas declined. What do you think? Would it have been a good idea? For this and more movie facts, click on more videos. Or for more trailers, click on the playlist.